Abusiafo say no edin ahudo bebre na ana airdrop from Bawumia camp yes meeting bi akoso amedin ahudo bebre na ana say ne de boboba free his excellency vice president Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia the new elected flag bearer of the new patriotic party in the campa enyasem ketwa ni na running mates nsensem akwakwa ya deswa ediama NPP amanyuko no bekaya ya babaso mu okasafidie so say running mates in 70 no Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia jebrese nka wo moma ne time na won kohwe nipa wo sefata wo betimi ne aye adwuma head election na nyame yadoma edi Ghana fo anim sima ma don hwe amma kwansira ma osaba abonten se mra wo je yese nka wo be declare ne stand wo de wo baba running mate de ama no his excellency Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia no wasan twen de free after 2024 January wo mu esan de ko na chinene ne da sori ya edin ahuro bebre na ana drop for running mates and some any dimpo do obey campaign manager ahead nyame yadoma 7 December 2024 general election ba ye kwakọ to san DB any enumunyam for dan kwaku Botchwey yes ni di adrop ewo yes secret meeting akoso ewo Bawumia campa enumunyam for go down within the juma ewo movement when the bro ababonte na wo muliki sadi no de maye ewo social media no so ana yes same wuku woda national lottery authority ano anase woye otiteni eda national lottery authority ano no ono nso edi eka hwanya asem kito so ana ye nwanya for John Boadu kan no ye former general secretary edema the new patriotic party di council so ana ye kwabena Japan yes ono nso nen kan no now yes general secretary Emma NPP amanyoko nim during the reign of papa John Ajekum Kofo ne no sadi way ana babeto social media no so efa who na say hwan ana betimi a campaign pa ediama Alhaji Muhammad Bawumia head nyame yadoma general election ba ye kwa akoto ne no ana godon se wono de anka ne yemu ana se nko na adwene mu de anka nipa asumasi ana so benten ana ye fa ne hwan ana ne no godon kanfo no ediama NPP amanyoko ni titiru ene Muhammad Bawumia wo bra wasi nkete se wo be running mate ene campaign manager ahead nyame yadoma 7 December 2024 kame ho ani mbowra mu wo movement TV so wo bra ene godon dero ene da se betena na wo muliki information fi Bawumia camp ahead running mate nsensema social media and ba nsem dodo na wide ba so mo we fi dikisi
enkrofo pa agenda set o mai mu agenda agenda
se be mu agenda
se ka ba so mu agenda set se aboa ba
se nka ban se
Ghana wa hu na enkrofo dwene o personal interest no esin yi on say Dr. Bawumia yi nas ye be yi no in fact before see ye to aba unim say to aba wi 2020 they declare banana ye started to more per next per kufado successor ana dia kwakugu ye yi Dr. Bawumia before see be yin kra na ayi running mate nsem ayi gidi anya sam ketwa ehura ma fe dia utum say ayju o ma pagya ho for sant for picture na bra na infantile tifo and then the latest one aba any sa picture ya me dey chirewi and no so ahyase gada momentum de den patro picture ni enipa maako enum ena aba abonten now campaign manager is for campaign manager for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia enya sam ketu ogono no so nkrofo ahyase je Dr. Bawumia nya running mate kura no afedi abandon running mate no argument na ba ye nkrofo e ma chema huntumi kura etwa asama to no su ni nyina chi na fedie see the search for a campaign manager amanfo aye on list aye de enama abonten enti nipa num
ba eye dawro aba say ya ma obi anso de na dwen ba nipa num na omgo no bi asefata bet se me kwabena meti hei e na me yi campaign manager ama MPP jangwa ku Botchwey wo ho a na wusan wa ko nipa afro
okay
nipa numi because onu na djuma ben wa ye no Ghana politics mu MPP mu a wa fe leader general secretary MP minister oh yeah, number 1
djuma na din pa ye de share ni sami regional reorganization
and so what in it
enye easy so betimi demarcate regions o maimu in recent times nank watch me with ease.
No, I think say obi say ura makmenu is
on the wabre
wa ye onu anka se ka si bi pa won ye
on the wa ye wabre
kwabra Japan we are the campaign manager and you're bad, but I think say be a man special operations.
Yeah.
John Boy do for me is effectively out. At the current time, because we effectively out in the say, where the immediate past general secretary.
Yes.
It's one more on call contest, no. One more that we see.
On to me,
oh, it will not be politically wise, say, to a person like John Boy be say. And that means one to me, okay. But we have some special rules. Na ena kwabna wuku die the man can straight away but also we first we contest as member of parliament it was be my limited kakra one say there one of the special role to play war a friend say campaign wo hwe mu dia nipa num enda ho die e ko rada kwaku botwi
on die
o rada kwaku botwi
number 1
anke no ano no ka BBS
number 1 afi say ya kwase enough so ba ho all operations and
yeah me hu
ya friend na say o ba on say nipa bi o ha party
Bawumia ko Bawumia ko e ko okre ye o kasaye da kwaku botwi kasaye no on sa voice no dey ye born baby asa because wait wom
so no dey
of course I could know what special role play
you know on say near me then say mo ye elimination nyina awie no ne me enu ko gina me krum ani nyina ko okre ne akua pinof ba bia beto bia na medium to samia okuo to no abodan botwu ne nyina ye medium ani ne ma me ni gi say mo ye but say na godo kan no Sami, you see this election, no, you know, dynamics now election, especially for MPP, no, are very difficult.
Oh, yes.
MPP a difficult election. Dr. Bawumia, a difficult election to campaign to prosecute. And to here tried and tested. Onipa bia, edu babia, dia, gono, edu babia dia. Sami say edu babia dia, odu babia nkrofo search no.
Oh yes.
But obia, obetimi I control both the youth and then the old. No let me happy obia in line. I just said I'm what you bet me I said. And now only bad bibia want so because you see I know or you outgoing member of parliament for constituency.
Yes.
And it's almost no sir campaign manager no ebebo.
That's I mean charge of special operations.
Let me
I also know on the free road to bring.
I am Ejuma. Ejuma. And now you abandon the set for animate.
Who shall you be able to say engine room over the power?
For power. I will be answering any row.
Kwabeje Japan. Kwabna kwaku obeti match on 1992. So no more call Dambaya. Car be no more fako. And then they be our conscious of fako. Family used to be at 6 hours as they say. We had 2 hours to get here. Oh there be
and the campaign team I said done Botchwey lead the campaign team. Now we be say Samuel. We be say Kwabre Japan. Now we be say Lord Comey.
Be say Felix to the buy
Fakabo. Any Lord
virus.
Any virus.
Who produce from the same room. Very interesting.
Galactic. Moya modi bo acheja akon. Awono na
most of the policy.
And I'm making until the boacheja so or no be from the policy point of view.
Yes.
And so Dr. Bawumia turn the boy association the team ni ya. Or solid team of which we are prosecute campaign. And then what the baby obi du bia no. Enipa be bie po ama no.
Yes.
Cappuccino match what is saying?
Nyamira domuzo to say.
Nyamia dum yenso ye ho ye papa. And pay the Daily Dispatch publishes electoral commissioner started the processes election date. The who say NDC for also issue statement as enya sa netie na majority anka say omo so epese change election date no. And you see from na anyway di hunko kakra. Daily Dispatch for the na moteye enti anope ma publish EC start processes for 2024 election to be held in November.
Yo, me that say, and I pay me Guinness Kasa. Or see at the IPAC meeting, majority had committed themselves to say they don't mind if it will be done in November. But in the aftermath of IPAC meeting, they decided say voting in November, no, when it is adopted, it should start in 2028. In Talope, I've known Jimensa from IEADs for the past 20 years. What
are my sciences to be? What's it when I'm Jimensa Cassan or saying?
I see the processes they are starting in terms of agreeing for a November date of vote, you know. They are now projecting it to start in 2028 elections.
Okay. Now, if that is the case, their communication say yes, starting process no need be this year no. Now, if you hear
when we say I'm meeting now, no, here for new online report. The meeting they had not concluded, but majority of members NDC at the meeting opposed it. But majority of people at the IPAC meeting did not mind if it will start this year. Also, for the IPAC meeting, when decisions are taken, it is the majority view which carries the day. So, almost simple, but so can your story now you're telling from online now almost a majority did not object to it starting November this year. It's in the story that the LPP had not stated their preference. It is also in the story that the NDC were against it. These are two parties, but majority of those who attended the IPAC meeting did not mind for it to start this year.
Uncle Mrs.
Kasano, or see, I'm saying the aftermath of IPAC meeting, the EC, the processes they are starting is that November vote, it should take effect in 2028.
What the election said, my gun ache. Say a better about November and a better December, no. Making any difference, Anna?
Oh, I think that the wisdom behind November, no, in the aftermath of runoff, December 7th, let's say, Obia in 50%. You have to have a runoff within 2-3 weeks so that the government, president, party, Ombudsman, president in power, party in power, also the president in the floor, they have to hand over all the ministries, the presidency, they have to write their notes and hand over to the incoming party and government. I think that November makes quite a bit of sense. So you don't have even in the middle of November. Now, a call one of even end of November. By the beginning of December, if there's a change, they will have about a month to prepare a handover. So November, I think that it takes into account the giddy and hassle that happens in the event that there is no first round victory for any party.
Now, means I say, Electoral Commission decided to obey implementation this year. At the end, the problem is now.
Oh, we will say they themselves, they may not be fully prepared, and they are there to seek the interest of Ghana. They are there to serve the Ghanaian public through the political parties. Even though IPAC majority may not mind, once I'm sure Somujo who said the two biggest parties, MPP and NDC, had not said, say, we agree, no, it makes sense for them to take a step back and look again. So, because the two parties, and they get about cumulatively about 95%, 97% of the votes in the presidential elections. Anyway, so it makes sense that they have to try and kind of take on board these two big parties, their positions and stand on issues that EC will want to take.
Okay. And this is for a free IPAC meeting for a while now. On the Monday, the first IPAC meeting in so many years. And I say so many months. Now, almost halfway, and almost shall say statement on the tone of the statement. Or advice to NDC as our IPAC meeting, Electoral Commission basing.
Oh, why have they come back? They've seen that, yes, almost we need to protest certain things. That's also not what's massive.
Abusia for some way be ana ekọ social media no so adwama bone bedede aba so mo e wa firikese so edi no e asona ka chi adwakru mo ne dem nem gina mu do su ko won sem ne bia ekọ so ha e fresh gossip bi so about politics, entertainment story, trending story, information, kakra education, kakra so mu de ekọ ne dia e ba subscribe, like, share na leave you comment e wo comment section asese ne betimi akenkan na ye de amount we e godon dero ne da se bo motena se e wo movement tv sema e boboba e free his excellency Bawumia ne camp no nu bi ani akoje bra yakwakoso ne so e dia do ha na mbi besi